Education is not just the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think, said Albert Einstein. Our teacher of the year is an innovative educator, reflective in practice, creative in thinking and approach, connected to students, colleagues, and trends in the profession, collaborative, inquisitive, and principled. Our Teachers of the Year curricular expertise is far ahead of the curve, and they continue to press the envelope. He views instruction as a specialized craft. It is thoughtful, calculated, challenging, and engaging. He is adamant with regards to instructing students about personal communication and interactions, both in person and virtually. His expectations for his students' work are at the highest of levels, but the support that is provided matches these expectations. His summer months have been spent at the Grass Lab at the University of Pennsylvania. Outside the classroom, he co-founded Storm Robotics, a nationally recognized program that has earned distinct designations, such as Rookie Award winners, district champions, regional champions, and being honored at the World Championships in 2018. Our Teacher of the Year has not only had a profound impact on Cherokee High School and our students, his work was also recognized by First Robotics at the Mid-Atlantic Region Woody Flowers Award recipient in 2019. It is with great Cherokee pride that we recognize, honor, and congratulate our 2020 Teacher of the Year, Nathan Canal.
Each year, Cherokee High School recognizes a teacher whose passion for teaching is exemplified through engaging their students with meaningful lessons. With 12 years of service in Cherokee's technology department, Mr. Nathan Knaus has proven his dedication to education and his students' learning. As an electronics teacher and Cherokee's lead mentor of district team Storm Robotics, Mr. Knaus has dedicated countless hours to his students to create an environment in which students can learn to solve the problem. Here's what some of his colleagues had to say about the nominee.
Probably say that he is pretty wise. I think that'd be like the first thing to say. It's like he's pretty wise, he knows a lot of different things, has lots of like information to share, and just knows a lot of things. His students really feel that he cares about them and about their learning, and he pushes them to problem solve and to figure things out, and guides them on how to figure things out, and wants them to really walk away with knowledge and skills, and not just, I did this, but I know how to do this.
One of my favorite things that I picked up from Nate was early on in robotics, we started talking about the kind of ways to get kids to address and solve problems. And he kept coming back to just the one thing that he always says to his students, which is, you have a problem, solve the problem. I think that's something I've adopted so much in my classroom and in my practice in robotics and beyond.
Well, I think there's a ton of things, and a lot of what I do in the electronics program here at Lenape is very emulated off of what Nate has done through his program. So we wrote the curriculum together, and basically I think a lot of his track and his model is what was the elite model. So we just fall in line with what we see as the best, and he really had a great program coming in there and a great knowledge base with that, and really set up the bar for the other schools to really follow for the electronics program for sure.
Mr. Knaus is a really great teacher. He's very enthusiastic about what he does. He's always willing to help us. He comes around asking questions about our projects all the time. And you're never scared to ask him any questions. He's very open to learning in general. You can ask him about any subject and he'll talk to you.
I tend to more think about like learning and experiences that I've enjoyed learning in, rather than individual people or kind of classes that I've been a part of. So I would say if anyone in and around the district has been an inspiration to me, it would be Jim Hessler as a teacher. He's a retired physics teacher who I work with in robotics, and through knowing him in robotics, I got to know him as a teacher, and he definitely always came up with different ways to teach kind of the same physics concepts that I learned in high school. And every year was a different year for him. Like, he never did anything the same way twice, which is something that I also try to emulate in my classroom with my courses. He also really connected well with all of his students. Kids will come back to visit me in robotics and ask about Mr. Hessler all the time, and you know, luckily he's also around to help as a mentor and catch up with them, but also he was a lasting impact on me too. So. My favorite teaching situation is when there isn't just one answer to a problem and the kids end up helping and working with each other in order to arrive at a solution to those problems. Come across a scenario where they individually are having an issue, and they'll just kind of announce it out loud. Another kid across the room will ask a question that might guide them down a path, or they might actually come over to them and look at what they're doing to help them out. So I really like it when that happens.
His caring nature and collaborative mindset are just some of many qualities that made Mr. Knaus deserving of Teacher of the Year. For Chief TV, I'm Jack Denick.